So y'all remember when all those smash and grabs was going on around town, around the nation, and they were calling, it was the conversation was aimed at everybody being black that was doing it. They were calling them thugs, and then all of a sudden it kind of got quiet with all of that. And I just found this article. It says video shows arrest of a suspected mastermind in $8 million theft ring targeting Sephora, Ulta, and other beauty stores. So, according to what I've read and what I've researched before watching this video and now sharing it, these two people, husband and wife, Michelle Mack and her husband, um, were basically the ones orchestrating a portion of what we were seeing. They were sending the young quote unquote thugs. They were sending them out to pick up stuff from these stores, and then they would buy it from them, and then they were selling it on Amazon. Is the gist of the story. But I want y'all to see what these people look like, and yeah, they look real thuggish to me. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
This is video of Michelle and Kenneth Mack arrested in December at their Bonzo mansion. Equipped with its own vineyard and chapel, they rented it out as a wedding venue and an Airbnb. But according to a search warrant, it also doubled as a stash house for a small fortune in makeup stolen from major retail stores across the country, like Sephora and Ulta.
This is a top priority for me, primarily because of the safety and security risk that it brings to our team.
Ulta CEO Dave Kimball spoke to CNBC's Courtney Reagan about the wave of theft hitting retail stores.
The network that she had built across the country was impacting multiple stores, and so by eliminating that, it's a step. But unfortunately, I know there's others that are out that are just like that.
53-year-old Michelle Mack and her husband have pleaded not guilty to charges of conspiracy, grand theft, and receipt of stolen property. Michelle is accused of working with as many as 12 women, providing them with a list of items to steal from stores across the country, like this Lens Crafters in Claremont and this Ulta Beauty in Mira Mesa. According to the search warrant, the goods were sometimes mailed to this Bonzo post office and would end up for sale at discounted prices on an Amazon storefront called Online Makeup Store.
We have people that have stolen 54 times. It has become really, really rampant.
That's one of the reasons why San Diego District Attorney Summer Stephan and mayors across the county are looking to reform Prop 47, the ballot measure that made some nonviolent property crimes under $950 misdemeanors. Under a new proposal called the Homeless Drug.
In case y'all didn't know, that was really when it started. They changed the law, and it was like can't remember, don't quote me on this, but something that had to do with the bail. Basically, with everything that was changed, people were out on the streets in less than 24 hours if they were even caught. And so what that did is that did two things. One, it made more people get out and start, robbing people and robbing stores. That's why Oakland is still going crazy. And then two, it made it so that the police, this is just in my opinion, but that the police would decide that it wasn't worth it for them to even show up or do much, because people are going to be back on the street in less than 24 hours and doing the same thing. So But it just this is to me it was just it is interesting. Let me see if there's any video left. Oh yeah, there's still some video left. But it is interesting to me that all of this happened and they're starting to find these people. This isn't the first set of people that they found. They're starting to find these people and they don't look like what y'all would describe as thugs, you know. They're the ones that's orchestrating all this with the young people. Now, it does not give the young black folks a break at all. Like they was foolish. They was foolish, but again, I like to talk about stuff that you're not gonna see on the news. You ain't gonna hear running rampant in the media, and you're not gonna see this, right? You're not gonna see this. You're not gonna see who's really behind all of these smash and grabs. This lady lived not too far from me. I'm in LA. She's in her and her husband was in San Diego. And the theft ring, I think it's gonna say probably a little bit later, was all over the country. Let's continue on.
Drug Addiction and Theft Reduction Act, prosecutors would be allowed to combine the dollar amount of stolen goods if somebody is a repeat offender. Some city and county leaders hoping to get enough signatures to put it on the November ballot.
It will allow us to add those amounts to address the people who are preying on businesses differently than what the intention was, those first-time youthful offenders that make a mistake.
Stephan says with online stores and marketplaces becoming the new place for criminals to sell stolen goods, there have been some positive steps toward cracking down, like the recently passed Informed Consumers Act, which requires online marketplaces to get information from high-volume sellers to help ID stolen goods. But she says there are still loopholes that need to be closed in some person-to-person marketplaces like Facebook, as well as making sure Prop 47 is reformed so repeat offenders are properly punished.
It feels like we've decriminalized theft at the expense of these businesses and employees. I look forward to a day where the rights of victims and community is balanced with the rights of the criminals. Right now, it's out of balance.
Omari Fleming, NBC7.
And Amazon released a statement regarding the issue saying, quote, "We invest more than $1 billion annually and employ thousands of people to fight fraud. We use sophisticated detection and prevention solutions," end quote.
Well, there you have it. Those were the thugs that are out there.
Christine Quinn's estranged.
Those are the thugs that are out there, running the show. And I think their house was like, I think I saw a report that said their house was like $3 million, something like $2.5 million. Sitting in their $2.5 million, $2.5 million house. What did I say? Oh no, $2.5 million house, running a theft ring that generated over $8 million at least for them. While they were renting that parts of their house out for Airbnb and wedding venues. So they was just pulling. They was raking it in. They was raking it in. They was raking it in. And it's unfortunate, that this will quietly go away. I'd be curious to know what happens to them, but I'm sure they won't get much time. Probably a couple years, if that. They'll probably get less time than the people that got caught throughout the ring. But it is what it is, y'all young folks out there. It ain't worth it. It was out there looking silly, smashing and running through. Like I seen one in Oakland where they had a guy walk into a Apple store and it got to yanking phones right off of the cords. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm oblivious to how things are done, but who's buying a a stolen like I don't even know how you can even get those things turned on anymore. I know back in the day it was easy, but now if the phone is reported stolen, or if the barcode is is put in the system as stolen, you can't use it. So I don't even know if it's, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much energy being put into, casing out a place, going to go steal some phones and some tablets that ain't really gonna work, or you done damaged them to the point where you can't really sell them for much. And then how much can you really sell an iPhone for? A few $100? I mean, these services are giving them away for like $300-400 if you sign up with their, for their with the plan, and you do like the trade-in plan or whatever. It's really not. I don't know. I could just be oblivious to it all. I don't know. I can't see myself, uh, or I can't see anybody being able to make any types of like long-term cash by stealing iPhones and stealing stuff and reselling it. I think that's the problem with because you're only gonna see like super young people doing that. Like they're not thinking sustainability or longevity with with their choices. And I'm not here to try to give nobody advice on how to be a thief, but you see the people at the top. They were the one making all the money. They were just greedy, really. If they would have stopped, they could have got away with a couple mil and just cut it off and been scot free. They were just being greedy and kept going. They just didn't know how to stop. But it's always easier just to do things the right way. Just to do things the right way, you know. But yep, those are your thugs, by the way. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Those are your thugs that were in charge of all those smash and grabs that we saw most of last year. All right, Michelle Mack, and I don't remember what her husband name was, but the Max, Michelle Mack, and whatever his name, Mac. Those are the thugs. Y'all look him up. Let's see what happens to him. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.